never asked to be Spider-Man. Never asked for these powers. Never knew it would mean a bashed up hand, a hard 9 p.m. curfew, no job, and friends who all think I'm scum. So just a twist of fate. Bad luck, a random bug bite.
Be Spider-Man, or be with the girl.
Yourself with this charade? Granted, you were never on my level, but being a bad guy suited you. Saving that little lady's your last remaining achievement as Spider-Man. When it all goes boom, you'll have nothing left. Except the dignity of knowing I never carried a man purse. It's you, the one and only.
Now you know what it feels like to be wounded, hunted, slaughtered, and then guns on the predators. I
This is why Spider-Man keeps his black suit. And honestly, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, the reasoning behind it totally makes sense. Cause really, everybody knows the deal with Spider-Man. When he's coming at you with his red and blues, the minute that he stops quipping, you know that he's gonna get serious and the fight is getting ready to end. But the thing about Spider-Man in the black suit is that the suit itself has a reputation. Because let's be real here, the black suit exudes black Air Force energy. So if you're a criminal and you see him in the black suit, you're not just gonna get webbed up. You're gonna get webbed up and you're gonna be eating through a straw. And when Black Cat created the spare black suit, Peter initially stashes it underneath a gargoyle for that reason until he realizes the reason why he kept it around and didn't trash it was because there would be times when he needed to send that message. And there's two stories regarding just the simple black suit that come to mind when I think about the best stories, and that's Grim Hunt and Back in Black. Grim Hunt is when Kraven's family targets the Spider family, and Back in Black is when Spider-Man goes after Kingpin.
After Spider-Man reveals his identity, Kingpin placed a hit on Peter. Luckily, he pushes MJ out of the bullet's path, but it ends up hitting Aunt May instead. An enraged Peter immediately runs out the motel and throws an entire jeep straight at the assassin's location. He runs back into the motel and grabs Aunt May before swinging to the hospital. The doctors frantically try to stop the bleeding while Peter grieves right outside the window. Peter realizes there's one thing he has to do. He dons the black suit and vows that he will find the person responsible and kill them for what they did. Later, he would call the imprisoned Wilson Fisk and tells him that he will die tonight. That same night, Spider-Man hacks into the prison, opening all the lights and cell doors before finally confronting the Kingpin face to face in front of all the inmates. Fisk begins talking about how he wasn't expecting this would be the place they'd have their final dance. But Peter stays silent, which doesn't amuse Kingpin. So he starts mocking Peter for dodging the bullet like a coward and letting his poor Aunt May get hit by the bullet he deserved. Without warning, Spider-Man unleashed a relentless attack on Fisk, every punch fueled by rage. However, Kingpin stands there and continues mocking Spider-Man's desire for revenge, and Spider-Man responds with a massive fisting. Kingpin is enraged that Spidey isn't talking like he usually does, but Spider-Man interrupts him and begins giving a speech about his suit. He says when he wears this suit, there are lines he can't cross because doing so would destroy everything the suit stands for. As he takes off his suit, he says, "I'm not here to kill you, but Peter Parker will." He charges at Fisk and their fierce duel begins. Peter strikes Fisk repeatedly until he finally collapses. That's when Peter tells Fisk that he doesn't have any real power. He can't fly or stick to walls. He's just a fat man with an attitude, a balloon just waiting for someone to stick a needle in it. And Peter Parker is that needle. Fisk charges at him with all his might, but Peter dodges all his attacks, and one punch knocks the Kingpin down for good. He mutters to himself that he'll kill Peter, while Peter yells at him to get up. A defeated Fisk says he can't, so Peter literally picks his fat ass up by the skin of his tits before slapping him 10 times while the inmates watch. He picks him up once again and says he can fill his entire body up with his white fluid, and he would slowly die from lack of oxygen, and no surgeon can save him. He puts his hand in Fisk's mouth and begins counting down while everyone watches in horror. When he says 3, he decides to push Fisk away, who tells him to kill him already. But Peter says he'll kill him, but not today. And he did something worse than killing him. He beat and embarrassed him in front of all the inmates. Peter then vows that if Aunt May dies, Wilson Fisk will die. He swings out of the prison, leaving behind a defeated and broken Kingpin, who crawls back to his cell in humiliation.
don't live, I'll fill your lungs with wet fluid. Wow! I don't think you should ever do that again. I ain't never seen him act like that before. Yeah, I done seen Spider-Man beat some people up. But that right there, that was a Peter beatdown, boy, dang. Yeah, well, you seen it happen. Where was you at? Nah, see, now that's just selfish. How? Because you the kingpin, and he don't care about your face. So I know he clearly don't care about mine. Alright, whatever, bro. And you doing everybody dirty, bro. Like, you mean to tell me this entire time he could have done that to one of us, and we don't got muscle like you do. We would have been in the dirt. Yeah, well, you gon' be in the dirt right now. Oh, okay, calm down. I'm sorry. Hey, look, he coming back. Where? Oh, you scared. Oh, he shook now. I bet you ain't messing with his aunt no more.
Spider-Man's true power is terrifying. Spider-Man's abilities are often underestimated because writers frequently show him getting beaten by his villains. However, this is because Spider-Man is usually holding back, viewing his enemies as people who can still be saved. But there have been numerous instances where Spider-Man has stopped holding back, revealing his true, terrifying power. For example, he knocked Scorpion's jaw off with a single punch. Peter has also turned Kingpin into a donut. In Spider-Man Back in Black, Kingpin killed Mary Jane, leading Spider-Man to abandon his morals and, in a fit of rage, punch a hole through Kingpin. In these moments, it becomes clear just how formidable Spider-Man truly is. His combination of superhuman strength, agility, and intelligence makes him a force to be reckoned with.
How strong is Spider-Man? Officially, he can lift 10 tons. That's about 2 elephants. But in the comics, he's pushed way past that. In Amazing Spider-Man number 33, Spidey lifted tons of rubble to save Aunt May, a moment that's now iconic. But he's done way more. In Amazing Spider-Man number 628, he caught an armored truck flying through the air, and those things can weigh 25,000 pounds. His most impressive feat? In Spider-Man number 98, he held up the entire Daily Bugle building, 46 stories tall. That means he was holding close to 100,000 tons.